On February 2014, Sarah Jones, a 27-year-old camera assistant, was killed on the first day of shooting Midnight Rider, a movie based on the life of Allman Brothers band singer Greg Allman. In addition to that, 6 other film workers were injured in the collision. There were no railroad officials or medical help present on set, nor was the film's location manager, Charlie Baxter. He hadn't been able to obtain permission from the railroad to film on the Trestle Bridge. Baxter emailed the railroad's refusal to producers just before 11 a.m. that day. The owner of the land adjacent to the bridge had allegedly given production crew permission to be next to the tracks and had also reportedly told them that only 2 trains would use the track that day. Moments after the crew was in position and filming began, the CSX train came barreling down the tracks at an estimated 56 miles per hour. When it struck a hospital bed the movie crew had placed across the tracks, spraying crew members with shrapnel. The video taken by a crew member did not show the fatal collision, but ended with a loud crunch as the screen went dark. The crew can be seen struggling to get off the tracks. Some try to move a hospital bed and other props as the train approaches, its sharp whistle growing louder and louder within seconds. The train is upon them, and the video goes sideways, then dark. Gilliard said she remembered seeing Miller and another crew member trying to yank the hospital bed off the tracks. When she realized she couldn't get off the bridge fast enough, Gilliard said she held into a girder. The train struck the hospital bed, then smashed into Gilliard's left arm. Iron shrapnel flew everywhere. The train's impact snapped a bone in Gilliard's left arm. The film's director, Randall Miller, and 3 other members of the Midnight Rider team, including Miller's wife, producer Jodie Savine, were charged with involuntary manslaughter and criminal trespassing. Miller pleaded guilty Monday to charges of involuntary manslaughter and criminal trespassing and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. A rare case of a Hollywood filmmaker being held responsible for a death on set. As part of the plea deal for Miller, charges against Savine were dropped. His executive producer, Jay Sidrish, pleaded guilty and got 10 years probation. Elizabeth and Richard Jones, the parents of Sarah Jones, announced in November they reached a settlement with several defendants in the wrongful death suit they filed against the film's producers and the corporations who own the railroad tracks where the accident took place. The jury found in favor of Jones' parents to the tune of $11.2 million. It was decided that CSX Railroad was responsible for about 35% of the total damage and were ordered to pay the Jones family $3.9 million.